What is up, YouTube? Back to another van build project. Today we are going to be, Darian's at work, I'm off, it's a Friday. Sorry about that. We are going to get started on the couch slash pull-out bed slash drawer storage area. It's gonna be a couch by day, can convert to a pull-out bed by night. Then there are also going to be drawers under it, and that will be usable as well. And throughout this build, I guess you'll kind of see that come to life. I don't really know how to explain it right now. But we are working in the apartment again today. These are some of the materials we're gonna be starting with. Going to do the frame and structure with these 2x2s, and I'll kind of walk you through how I'm gonna be doing that here in a second. And then the slat system, that will, it'll be like every other slat will slide out. And I'm sure, Pete, you may have seen a system like this before, but framing with 2x2s, slat system with 1x4s, and let's do it. All right, I just did a little bit of cutting, forgot to time lapse it, but what I did was cut the length of the boards we are going to be using, and it's going to be 56¼ inches long. Not huge, obviously, like I wouldn't be able to sleep on it long ways, but Darian would probably be able to sleep on it comfortably. Somebody a little taller than her, once you pull it out, probably sleep at an angle. But either way, it's just an option, but that's all the room we have, so we're gonna make it work. As you can see, I have them cut to length right here. And next, I'm going to be putting some of the vertical braces to be able to connect these all together, and I will actually record that. All right, so we have most of our pieces cut. This is kind of a template of what it's gonna look like. I don't have any of this screwed in yet, but we have this general shape. Those aren't perfectly spaced out yet either, but this will be sitting up straight like this, and then we'll have a mirrored version of it at the back, so that one side will be going against the wall, one side will be going in the front. Obviously that might not make a whole lot of sense now, but this is what I'm working with currently. All right, so as you can see here, I threw some pocket holes in here just because I believe those are some of the strongest connections you can have, and this is gonna have to hold some weight. So what we're using here is 1.5 inch pocket screws. I have this coming in pretty deep. These will come in about that far. So it'll be a nice little connection. Same with the other pieces. So I'm gonna get this piece together and just show you how the outside frame is going to look, and then we'll build something out. Okay. Maybe now you can envision it a little better without me just explaining it. So this is gonna be the front. I'm gonna have two exact replicas of this actually. There'll be one in the back. I'm gonna connect those together. That'll be the base frame. And then there'll be another one of these sitting right in front of this. And that piece will be the actual movable piece. So that will be another copycat frame sitting right on top of this. And half the slats will be connected to this. Half the slats will be staggered and connected to the next frame piece, and they'll be staggered and they'll be able to slide in and out of each other. But next I got to make 2 more of these, connect a pair of them, and then go from there. But this is what we're looking at. Oh, and in these gaps right here, that is where the drawers are going to be located. But yeah, 3 big old drawers. I think the dimensions are going to be about 20 by 18, give or take. Each of these will be. So they'll be pretty large. We can fit some good stuff in there. Okay, so I have the base generic structure of this thing completed. It is right here. All right, so here we are. Box, room for 3 drawers, Aussie. It's very dirty here from all the sawdust. But, so the concept of this is going to be, this is the frame. Then we will have that next piece right there sits on these slides. It'll also have 2 more going there and there for support. And then there will also be a connection in the front. But so we'll have a slat right here that connects to the sturdy piece. And then we'll have a slat right here that connects to this piece. And then starting on this piece, right inside of that slat, it will be connected here. And then on the additional piece that'll be here. So then the slats will be in between each other. And this will come out like this and go back in, and it will stay in between the slats. And again, maybe, might not make sense just yet, but each step of the way, it's getting closer. So this is the base structure, and let's get into the next step, which is starting the slat system. All right, so made a slight purchasing mistake. I bought one too little 2x2s. So I'm like almost ready to put this whole thing together. And the one piece that I need for the sliding mechanism, I don't have. But I put together a little simple sample, if you will, of how it's gonna work so I can just show you. And then once I go to Home Depot, grab the other piece, put it together, we'll see how it works all together. But, all right, so as you can see here, I have a little shorter piece. This needs to go all the way down to the end, but I had this remaining. But this piece is connected to this very front frame, and the slat is connected to that and the front frame, and then the alternate slat is connected to what will be the skeleton. This is gonna be connected to the van, So these every other ones are staggered, just never will move. And then every other one that's connected to this sliding piece and this front piece will move. So to put that in actual motion, as you'll see, I'll grab this front piece and it slides right out like that. Obviously, because I don't have as many slats going all the way down, it's a little crooked, but and then you can pull it all the way out, and then this piece will stop it from coming all the way out. So it'll come all the way out like that. I might put these a little tighter too, so that way they don't, they can't bend back and forth. I just did this for a slight example, and then you slide it back in, good to go. And like I said, if I put those a little closer together, there will be less opportunity for this piece to go left or right. But yeah. So that's the concept, that's the idea. So I need to get that piece going all the way down. Then I go to Home Depot, and then I'll have to find an actual planned out spacing amongst all of these to make sure that this piece doesn't want to go left and right too much, but it also doesn't bind up. Okay, so just a little overview of where I'm at and where I'm going. I went Home Depot and I got more 2x2s, so I cut out that piece, the slide out back piece, and I cut out a bunch of these, what measured out to be, I think I can't remember anymore, 19, yeah. What measured out to be 19 1/4 for these slats. And I'm actually I don't really have anything like a set desire for how big I want the gaps to be. So I literally just thought this was a good width. So I've been using this little 90-degree tool I have to set the depths right here, or the width between boards. So I'm just gonna keep doing that and go all the way down, and then we'll be able to see the almost finished skeleton project. Off a bit into here. That was one of my smaller ones that I need to use for here, but I might have another one. Might be a little too small, but I think it'll at least help get a pilot hole drilled. But I guess I'm not sure if you saw, but I didn't mention it. I am drilling pilot holes, 2 into each of these to go down in there just to prevent any cracking or splitting or whatever else that could happen. But now we have a different problem. I can't find my vice grips to get this out either. Woo. All right, so found my vice grips, got that drill, the bit out of there. This is my last little guy for drilling pilot holes. Hopefully he holds up because I don't have any more small bits. Okay, so a bunch done. I didn't cut quite enough slats, but I do have more wood. Gonna cut more slats, get these last couple finished. These ones might not space out perfectly well, but I might have to just cut a little bit off of 1 or 2 of them, or just honestly it might be fine with a little bigger gap between some than others. But yeah, she's coming along. The generic shape. It's here. Okay, so like I said, I didn't really calculate these spaces. I just winged it, used something that looked like a good space. And then obviously towards the end, it runs into like an odd amount of slats. So I think what I'm gonna do here is literally just have these ones slightly more spaced out. You're never gonna see these. I think it'll be just as effective, but yeah, I think I might just space these ones out, you know, another ½ inch more than the rest of them, but it's still gonna be strong, sturdy, and like I said, you'll never see these gaps, so it'll look something like that. All right, so I'm gonna pull a little Uno reverse on my last comment. I do kind of want all these gaps to be equal because I don't want there to be like this where there's 2 front pieces and no back piece right here for when it's pulled out. So I'm gonna have to do some recalibration, maybe cut a couple of these in half so that way I can have at least one going on the back half here. But generic structure is good to go. I will show you exactly how it works. This front half just pulls out. The back half has this backer that stops. So you can't pull it out any further than that. But you got a nice little mini bed. So this will be a couch by day, potentially a small bed by night, or just a little lounge area that you can pull out. But also under here, I'm going to put some more supports in these middle areas because there's going to be 3 big drawers coming out of here as well, like I mentioned earlier. And the drawers will stay in the portion of the bed that stays. So this portion pulls out and has support. The drawers will stay back here whenever you pull the bed out. But that is the bed and couch. It turned out pretty well. I got it done in a day. Obviously, there's a lot more finishing touches we got to do to it, but for now, got a pretty good head start on it. So I will catch you when we start the next steps. Peace.
Instead, I gotta run away, get away now. Too many games and they all trying to play out. Too many people and they all start to change now. Let me take a bet, they gon' know my name now. Yeah, we came a long way, but it's one way. Got a long way to go, like it's Monday. Someday, gotta be in LA. No, I gotta make it work out like chest day.